Hello everybody, this is Mr. Bright. I want to pick up our lesson where we left off yesterday. Now, some of us got a chance to actually do number 36, but most of the classes did not. So I'm going to go through it quickly. If you don't need to see it, that's fine. The homework assignment is listed up here at the top. It is 37 through 42 all, okay? And that's due tomorrow. Over here on the side, I've got a list of directions, and this is only true if we have a division problem like we do here. If this is not division, if this is multiplication, and some of these problems are multiplication, then we won't do step one, right? Keep, change, flip is just for division. But all the other steps would still be there, all right? So looking at problem number 36, I'm going to do that step number one, which is keep, change, flip. This first one, we keep, we change the division to multiplication, and we flip the second one. All right, now, step number two is to factor. Now, this expression right here, I can do a GCF on, and this expression down here, I can do a GCF factorization on as well. So I'm gonna do that. So I take a 5 out of that numerator, and it leaves me an m plus 5. The 10 stays the same, times 12 doesn't change, but in this denominator, I can take a 6 out. And when I factor, I'll get an m plus 5. And so now we can see with this GCF that there's an m plus 5 in the denominator here and an m plus 5 in the numerator here. And those, yes, absolutely cancel. So I'm going to cancel that and cancel that. But there is more, right? For example, we have the 5 and the 10. So I can do a cancellation there too. So the 5 will cancel with the 10, and the 10 will become a 2. And likewise, over here, the 6 and the 12, the 6 will go into the 12 2 times. So now, even though I've done a bunch of canceling, look at this. I've got a 2 in the denominator here and a 2 in the numerator there. And yes, you are correct. Those cancel. And now you may have noticed that everything canceled. Well, what did we say yesterday? When things cancel, what happens? They actually become a 1. And so this entire expression is equal to 1. All right, so if you did that, what I want you to do now is, so that was number 36, do number 37 now. So you can pause the video, and when we come back, we'll go over the answer to 37. Okay, so on problem number 37, I've got up here, I've got the step where everything is factored. Pay attention also, this was not a keep, change, flip, right? This is multiplying, so you don't flip this second one, it stays the same. And so we have x plus 1 in the top and in the bottom, so they got canceled. That's the red cancellation. There's a 5 in the denominator here and a 25 up here, so the 5 cancels into a 1, the 25 cancels into a 5. And so we're ready to write our final answer. And so we have x times 5, which is, of course, 5x. And in the denominator, we have 1 times y, so y. And that's our answer. All right? Okay. Let's look at one that is a little bit more difficult. All right, so I've got problem number 43 up here. So what I want you to do is take a moment, write this problem down. You'll notice it is a division problem, so go ahead and do the keep, change, flip. And I'm going to give you another piece of instructions also. I want you to go ahead and factor everything. All right, so we're going to pause the recording. You guys set this thing up. Do the keep, change, flip, and then factor everything that you see here. All right, once you have that done, let's bring it back together. Okay, I brought these directions back up here in case you didn't copy them down earlier. So what I said was to do the keep, change, flip, first step, and then do the factoring, second step. So that's what I've got right here. Now remember, order doesn't matter, meaning that if I have m plus 2 and m plus 1, this could be reversed. It could be m plus 1 first and m plus 2 second. That part doesn't matter. Now, looking at everything we've got here, make sure you have everything factored properly. You probably are noticing right now that it's really important to be able to factor fairly quickly. Now, when we look at all this, you probably see that there's a lot of stuff that is going to cancel away. So I'm going to pause the recording again. I want you to take a moment, cancel everything away that you can, and then let's regroup and see where we are. Okay, so as far as what we could cancel, there was an m plus 6 here and here, so I canceled them. I had an m plus 1 here and here, so I canceled them. And then there was this m plus 4 in the numerator, this m plus 4 in the denominator. I canceled both of those. And the only thing I was left with was an m plus 2 in the numerator and an m plus 1 in the denominator. And so that is what my answer is. So if you got this, you did it correctly. All right, you should have everything that you need now in order to do this homework assignment. And again, that homework assignment, let me scroll back up to that in case you didn't write that down. Oh, right here. Homework is problems 37 through 42 all. So please get those done, and we will check them tomorrow.